yeah. She asked why I stand and I told her on business, yeah. None of you niggas will get it, yeah. The minutes we back in the stew, don't play with fire, you know what to do. She asked why I stand and I told her on business, yeah. None of you niggas will get it, yeah. The minutes we back in the stew, don't play with fire, you know what they do.
Welcome back, everybody, and in today's edition we're gonna be doing a market breakdown for gold, right? So guys, as you can see the charts, we're on the daily time frame as we speak. So we want to just quickly look at the history to see how gold has been performing for the last couple of years, right? And to see what we have in store for this current year. So when we look back to 2022 January, right, we can see that the month was bullish for the first 3 months until March. Then we started seeing the market collapse, right, for the next 7 months until November. Then the market started picking up and it's been bullish since. So right now we are here and we want to see what the market is gonna do for the remainder of this year to see if we're going up or if we're going down this year, right? So right now we have this, and we can also identify that we are in a bullish momentum. Like I said, we had the market breaking out of this trend over here, forming a much bigger trend, right? Until the market broke out of this trend, it consolidated and it made very strong impulses and it created a whole new trend. So the question now is if the market will reverse at the tip of this trend, going back down and continuing this upward momentum, right? Are we going to be seeing that, or are we going to be seeing break and continue market maybe forming a whole new trend going to the upside? Or are we going to see the market breaking this trend, retesting and going back down, right? So you need to be aware of what are the possibilities long term. So now we already know that we have discovered a few possibilities that the market might take overall, right? So now what we need to do is we need to identify potential entry areas in the market, to see whether we can spot any potential areas. We just looked at the long picture. Now we want to look at a smaller time frame so we can get our bullish entries, right? So since we're overall bullish momentum, we're only going to be looking for bullish entries at the time being. So we want to see if we can still capitalize on the market, because as we can see, if we zoom in, let's just zoom in a bit, we can see that the market has not touched this resistance trend yet. So we can look for opportunities to capitalize until then, right? Until further notice. So now let's dive into the market. So as you see, guys, I only identified the momentum using technical analysis. I did not use any indicators, just pure technical analysis. And now I'm gonna look for entries just using pure technical analysis, no indicators whatsoever. So right now we can see that, let's just make this visual representation more appealing, right? So make it easier on the eye. So we'll make our 4-hour trend. We just dived into the 4-hour trend, so let's just quickly cater for these trends, right? So we had this trend going on here. This nice contraction trend. Prices squeezed in until it caved, until the price caved. As you can see, the price started off very big, then prices started squeezing in until it finally broke towards the upside, right? So we broke that trend, and now the market is creating a whole new trend, has created a whole new trend, right? So let's just zoom in so to make sure that we catered for this trend properly. So we're experiencing trends in trends. The market is it's looking really beautiful. It's respecting setups. It's respecting the trends, right? So we have identified as this trend right here. The market has been playing within this small trend until it broke and it retested. And we want to see what the market is doing right now. So right now, let's just cater for our zones. Now we wanna establish our zones, our support zone and our resistance zone, right? So we're just keeping the analysis as simple as possible, man. Simplicity is literally is how you can identify opportunities with ease, right? So we have our trend right there. Let me just cater for this key level right here. Right, cater for that key level right there. And let's just add in more key levels to support. Market has broken out of this resistance, turned it into a new support, went up, right? So this is basically how we're gonna play with it so far. Can add in our zone here just to, like I said, to make the visual representation more appealing to the eye. And there we go. So now the question is, what? I can already see two setups in terms of how we can capitalize on this particular trade, right? Let me just make sure I've catered everything. Let me just cater for everything more properly, man. Let me just cater for it more properly, the trend more properly. What we do on the bottom, we do on the top. I can already see two setups in which I can capitalize on buying opportunities, right? So here are my two setups. Let me show you my two setups. First is already in play, right? But I would need the market to first push back down. If the market can push back down and give me touches on the key level, right, we'll expect maybe the market will create a fake out, trapping sellers. Then those who sell will be trapped, and once it breaks back into the zone, I'll be going in for my buys until this resistance zone here, and I would expect it to maybe push above the zone and create new highs to complete this trend. So this is my first setup. So I'll be looking for entries right here. But I needed first to break back in here, trap those sellers, and go back up, right? After it traps the sellers, I go straight in and capitalize on that move right there. So that's my first setup for gold. My second setup is if it does not trap the sellers, if it rides with the sellers, so the market will push back down. Once it gets back here, I will look for capitalization, market capitalizations right there. It's a very strong area. My bad, man. Let me just cater for this one here. Let me cater for this right there. So let's just add in a zone to make sure we catered for everything. Yeah, bro. We'll look for our entries back here, right, at this support right here, at the support. And if the market breaks the support, guys, we can expect the market to push back down to this trend and push back up, right, or break and continue going down. Why do I think it might reverse also here? Because as you can see, we have a zone over here, right? So those are my two areas where I'm gonna be buying. I'm looking for buying entries. I'm looking only for buying entries because I'm trading with the momentum, right? So we eat it until there. We'll go in here, right? Or if it breaks below, I can also wait for the market to break, retest, give me those retests. Yeah, I'll wait for it to break above again, retest, and then I'll capitalize. As simple as that. So it's actually three setups. I see three setups, right? So that's what I will wait for. So meaning that once the market reaches these levels, I'm gonna wait and see how. That's when I'm gonna be focusing on candlestick formations, right? And if you wanna go through the lessons of candlestick formations, you can check this video right here. It will most probably appear at the bottom of the screen, right? Yes, so I'll just wait for my candlestick confirmations. My candlestick confirmations will tell me whether to enter immediately or wait to see. So that's how I know that I am perfectly fine, and that's one way I avoid market manipulation. So that's basically it for me for gold, guys, and until next time.